Check one, coon. Check one, coon. I'm sure there's very sad coo noises at the moment. There's a very happy coo noises at the moment. It's a very mixed coo tonight. Yep, I will do what short instead. Too excited. From Smith, it's Cooper. Cooper. Ooh, just shank wide. Oh, right. Cooper plays out for Smith. Smith into Tully. Tully. No. Cuts it back a little bit. Shifts on this side. Oh, good, finally. long as there's a bit of room to the game, I shouldn't go off. That's never happened before, and I don't know start. But it'd be nice if there's just a bit of something to get into the journey and forget I've been up for whatever it's like. It's always fine doing those hours watching the game today, late at night, that's fine. Because then you're better when you capture it, you can't be better. You don't really need. As long as we get past her after the game, that's really what I'm here for. So as long as we get past her after the game, it's much more than for it. It's like, yeah. Good evening, and welcome to the Vento Club for our match week 7 clash between Boroondara-Carey Eagles and Essendon Royals. Last stream tonight, I'm William Brennett, bringing you all the action here under the lights of the ever cosy Ven. Both teams coming into tonight's lineup in a little bit of mixed form. Essendon having dropped off after an initial promising start to the season. Boroondara suddenly finding their feet set last weekend. A bit this evening, coming to this after a high goal scoring filler 4-2 defeat at home against Alamein. It was certainly a spectacular game. One certainly showing a number of promising signs for a bit of a bounce back in form for the Royals. Meanwhile, our hosts, a 3-0 defeat here at the event, technically an away fixture for themselves against Bulleen. Vatioto's starting 11. For the Eagles tonight, We have number 1, Mia Mossman. Number 2, Emily Collier. Number 4, Kanako Higuchi. Number 8, Ellen Turner. Number 10, their captain, Hayley Gertz. Number 11, Priya Savariya Ayan. Number 12, Candela Ferreira Bus. Number 15, Felicity Georgopoulos. Number 18, Maria Patricus. Number 21, Saki Nagai. And number 25, Drew Dempsey. A very recent evening led by Angelique Magnon. Alongside her, we have Helena Para and Audrey as a party on the sidelines. Our fourth official tonight, we have O Zhang. Early warning signs are there from the Langley as Mossman collects. Quick 1-2 with her centre half. As the Eagles just trying to look to spread. Turns back into Gucci. Gucci looking for the switch. The Eagles not quite too happy with the present placement of Essendon's press upon them. And Gucci. Again, Austin to play across into a chance for the Eagles here with Sav Rian leading the charge. A shot from range. Danger just about dealt with. Not a bad ball from Ferrer Bass, the Argentine Australian. Gucci. Mossman turns to Higuchi. 2 Japanese imports in this Boroondara side. Ball sent through for Dempsey. The American dealt with by Van Dort. One of 2 Kiwis in the visiting Royals. Collier with the throw. And Collier throws deep, breaks into the Essendon yard box. Fluid danger, eventually forces a reaction from Zara Bald, the Essendon keeper. Bald having joined Essendon over the summer from South Melbourne, present league leaders. Indeed, Bald is one of 2 former South Melbourne keepers in the squad list tonight. The other being Emma Olsen on the Boroondara bench at present. Chance here. Stuff wide of the mark. And so, quick goal kick for the Eagles. Gucci playing for a keeper, tapping into a keeper. So, a little bit redundant. Unless. Collier inside Gucci. Gucci back from Mossman. Also very much emphasising the role of any and all modern goalkeepers, that you must be quick on your feet. Georgopoulos. Turner. Chance here for the Eagles to open us up. few unfortunate touches there, and the guy providing final opportunity. Certainly promising signs early on for the Eagles' attack. Indeed, certainly a few already from Essendon perspective as well. Certainly showing just how well matched both of these teams are. Dempsey, if it turn up, still in danger. Free kick awarded in favour of the Royals, which the board shall take. Couldn't see any signs from our assistant referee, so I assume it was awarded for physical contact. Mossman. Iguchi. Looks for the long option. Finds for Abbas. Smith. The 1-2 off Arari. Top goal scorer for the visiting Royals. Jurcic trying to open up Ari. Quite panning out from this occasion. Collier trying to beat Ari. Gucci now. Plays in for Turner. Turner across 4. Wing back. Turner. Georgiopoulos trying to fight to maintain possession. Still ultimately ends up with a purple kit as the turnover is eventually forced. Mossman. Collier. Tailed by Ari. Looking for some support. Basically plays via Higuchi. Gucci looking for the long ball. Hasn't got that particular option for the time being. Collier. Long ball up towards Freya Bass. Not quite panning on this occasion. Chance for Langley to shoot from range. Bumped down by Mossman. Certainly showing versatile use of their body. Georgiopoulos. Being at the mark. Here comes Corey. One goal for the time being. But that does give us a quick chance on behalf of Football Victoria to wish the Essendon number 6, Sasha Corey, a very happy birthday for hers coming up this upcoming Monday. One of 2 birthdays across the teams this weekend. The other coming just yesterday with Drew Dempsey, the American of Boroondara. So, of course, a very happy birthday to you as well from FE Drew Dempsey. Mossman. Got to be careful. Langley trying to force the error. Boroondara get away with the situation. They are very much scrambling here at the moment. As the ball's deflected out for a throw for the Royals. Longwood built it up for Langley to chase. No commitments made at this point in time. Turner. Tries to inspire progression via the long ball. Ultimately, out for a throw. Smith tries to play wide for Parkinson. Eventually, does find Parkinson. Ari's there for support and now control. Wilbert plays wide, trying to initiate the cross back in. Snuffed out for the time being. Turner. Freya Bass under pressure there from Van Dalt. Boroondara with a throw. Georgopoulos. Gertz. Mossman. For a Bass. Almost getting the touch there. As we see Jurcic leave the ball for a keeper in Bald. Jurcic. Quick 1-2 off the boot of Wilbert. Jurcic. Tries to throw it through centrally. Wilbert. Parkinson. Sends the long ball forward. But only Mossman's there to make this one. Gucci now. Opting for the central switch. Mossman. Boroondara backline having gained to themselves. It's again back with Mossman. Gucci. Trying to tease open the option. Also cutting back in for a keeper. Gucci once more. Gertz. Gucci now. Sends it long. Shows on, but that should be Parkinson's ball. It's back for Bald. Bald with a long ball clearance. Flicked on by Corey. Langley. Smith. Heads it on for herself. Tries to send Langley. Ends up with Ari. Not the cleanest touch off the Japanese national. Dempsey. Finds Freya Bass. Who looks for the switch. Doesn't quite find the former Melbourne University player in Severian. Free kick for the Eagles after the offside. Mossman. Gucci. Belt forward the long ball. Cleared by Jurcic. First for Boroondara. Dempsey transferring the duties for Collier. Looks for Freya Bass. Finds Freya Bass. Dempsey now. Says across the cross. Can't quite find the target this time around. Grover initiates the advance. Present with Wilbert, who flicks Langley. It's called offside. Collier, Dempsey, quite get touch knees there. Essendon with the throw. Parkinson playing in for Corey. Langley now. Looks to send Iari. Iari just narrowly keeps that in. Slims the margins. Had a strike, just going wide of the near post. That's very much the closer we've gone to an opener so far tonight. Great little intercept there from Corey, who needs some support. Player stopped due to an injury. One of the Boroondara players, can't quite tell who it is from our filming position. There's very much a chance for both sides to regroup, have a quick chat, and see if there's any adjustments to come in their present plannings. We can confirm it is number 18, Maria Patricus, who received the knock. I think she shall be alright to continue. So looking to be in a world of pain at the moment. Not helped by signs of prolonged issues from previous weeks. And as directed by our senior referee, Angelique Mannion, shall merely play a drop ball. So brought back and away here at the Ven. Gertz. Looks to the wide option. It's been picked up by the Royals. Grover sent on. Can she get there in time? Not quite. Just too much pace behind the ball on the Astro surface, which certainly makes things difficult to chase. It's very much an incredibly speedy pitch compared to most in the league. Mossman. Smith brings it down and under control. Plays cross for Terry Bartley. Terry Bartley looking for a keeper. Balled wide towards Parkinson. Intercepted by Collier. The area cleared by Jurcic. Gertz. Tried Gucci. I'll see Patricus is back into the field of play after that initial knock. Mossman. Patricus. Gucci. Georgiopoulos with the nutmeg. It's able to find Collier, but Collier, unfortunate not to be able to keep control of that one. And again, it's Astro surface, making its presence very well known. Dempsey. Georgiopoulos. Play on, says our referee. No foul. Dempsey. Listening away through the midfield. Ball off Gertz. This turnover is forced on the far side of the pitch. That's Harry Bartley forced to concede the throw to our opponents there. Freya Bass. Tremendous switch there on towards Dempsey. Shouts for handball. Waved away by senior referee. Dempsey. Tries to send Sarko. Can't quite find it this time around. Gucci with the throw. No. Juicy's exchange to Collier. Who looks just about finds for our Bass. Touch up Essendon. Dempsey now. Unfortunately, not to find our captain this time around. Georgiopoulos there for support. Plays out wide for Savarian. Savarian. Briefly into Sacco. As Essendon provide a clearing long ball. Langley trying to amp up the pressure upon the Boroondara defence. Gucci across for Collier. Collier playing back essentially. This time into the boot of Nagai. Corey trying to build up the long ball for Grover. Patrickis plays back into a keeper, Mossman. Chance for Grover. Switches off. Opportunity still on here. Grover now forced into a tight angle. Get a cross. No deflections. So, can the Royals build upon their growing momentum? Captain Jurcic. Audible initial scoring. Left by the Essendon player, giving her initial offside position. Turner. Smith flips it forward, finds Langley. Ari now sends Parkinson. Parkinson says into the 18-yard box to get a shot here. Fortunate for Langley there. just while the goal. Certainly, if anyone is open to scoring at the moment, Emma Langley is certainly a strong contender, given her performances so far this evening. Gucci, Collier, Georgopoulos. Plays back for a keeper in Mia Mossman. Patricus now. Turns to her keeper. By Gucci. Tap short for Collier. I was just chasing the long ball. Georgopoulos. Nagai. Back for Georgopoulos. Spreads across for Patricus. Patricus able to find Freya Bass. Long ball sent in. Can we get the cross? We'll get the shot instead. And that is our opener for this evening. Boroondara 1, Essendon 0 with strike from number 11, Priya Severian. Absolutely tremendous strike there for the Boroondara winger. Who certainly teased her capabilities quite a few times when Boroondara have been able to progress up that far side wing. But finally, she puts her warning signs into full and total danger. Jurcic. Ari finds Langley. Langley looks to send Parkinson. Can Parkinson beat Collier here? Dempsey there for good measure as well. Clears the area via the deflection. And so the momentum snuffed out for the time being. It's Essendon with the throw. Parkinson going for a range there, as it briefly hangs around the 18-yard box. Jurcic up forward for support. Potentially called out position. Essendon fortunate to be able to regroup as Van Dort looks for Grover on the far side wing this time around. Not to be just yet. Again, Grover, another winger tonight, who's certainly been giving plenty of warning signs. Mossman. Gucci. Collier. Turns via Gucci. Mossman. Gucci. Georgopoulos. Almost called out then. Boroondara finding to flesh out the space they needed here. Can't quite play through Severian this time around. As I say, shift between our wing-backs for Essendon with Lantieri, Bartley and Parkinson switching sides for the time being. Can only assume to allow Parkinson to deal with Savorian. Ball cleared by Lanterry Bartley. Still a chance of danger here. Collier. Can't quite find for Bass. Corey. In for Ari. Taps into Langley. Langley plays wide for Parkinson. Parkinson can't force it forward to Grover on this occasion. Langley. Handy little intercept. No foul, however. And with that, momentum is snuffed for the moment. Collier. Gucci. Back for Collier. As they continue their back and forth. Gucci eventually sends the long ball. Well, it doesn't find its intended target. It does end up with throw bash. Dempsey sent on. Kept on side. Board with the clearance. Free kick awarded in favour of Sasha Corey there. And so a chance for Essendon to push up, try and get some more numbers forward. As they're still looking just for the right ball to truly open up their opponents. And Dawes plays short for Smith. Smith switches across for Jurcic. Now with Ari. Tries to tuck back into Wilbert. It's picked up by Boroondara. Very Bash presently in control for the Eagles. Looks wide for Collier. Does find her. Dempsey. Georgopoulos. Returns for the American. Dempsey switches across for Patricus. That guy. By Gucci now. Trying to find the long ball. Doesn't see the option. Instead, opts the more conservative, controlled pass via Mossman. And a guy eventually finds the long ball. Hit away by Lanterry Bartley, but not quite far enough for the moment. Firm tackle there from a guy. Very, very fortunate not to walk away with something more than just play on. Given the 2-3 contact, that could have been exceptionally serious. The guy, Dempsey, looks for the switch into Severian. Can't quite find it this time round. Both teams forced to chase. And Essendon shove the throat, much to Parkinson's relief. Grover tries to find Langley. Ends up with Gucci. Collier trying to spread it wide into the near wing. Essendon win the throw. Vital deflection. Terry Bartley plays in via Ari. Once again, throw for the Royals. Long range ball from Lanterry Bartley. Back towards her direction, in general terms at least. Wilbert with the pick up. Free kick awarded for Essendon. Can I assume our senior referee didn't like the challenge from behind? I couldn't see any substantial contact there from the Argentine Australian for our bus. Unless Smith the Kiwi sends it forward for the Royals. Pulled back. Essendon is still trying to force the ball forward. as the game's developed into a little bit of a ping-pong situation, for lack of a better description. Collier very fortunate there to get away from what looks like it has a place in the handball as you can get. Regardless, can't imagine Essendon would complain too much given how the situation evolved. Throw, fine throw, Bass. Jurcic with the clearing touch. So once again, Collier with the throw for Boroondara. Headed by Jurcic, controlled by Smith, picked up by Gertz. Jurcic flicks it aerially. Collier, Gucci, and a push from Langley. Once more, opts for the safety of our keeper in Mia Mossman. Drakus, called off there. Grobar, just about dealt with by Mossman. That was certainly a fortunate escape there for our host in what could have been a rather dangerous predicament. Nonetheless, it shall remain Boroondara-Carey Eagles 1, Essendon Royals 0. Gucci is in the long ball, tries to find for Bass, goes a bit too deep for her. Van Dorp presently in possession. Looks to send Grober, and it could land Langley's way. Gucci with a clearing touch. Well timed from the Boroondara centre half. Dempsey. Beaten by Jurcic. Can't throw it forward this time around. Georgopoulos. Seven Real. Patrikas. Gertz. Turner. Looks for Seven Real. Can't get touching knees this time around. Presently with Bald. Bald just teasing the Boroondara forward there. Ultimately plays at Van Dorp. Smith. Flipped off the back of Ari. Also a moment of danger for Essendon. Situation very much dealt with. Bald in firm control there. Van Dorp sends it long. Back by Patrikas. Georgopoulos. Turner. Up from Mossman. Gucci now. Collier. Sends Dempsey. Can she find it just in time? Ties the margins. And like a bat out of hell is Zara Bald well on top of that one. Perfect timing from the Essendon keeper. Gucci. Gertz. Bass. As well to avoid the challenge, it plays back into a captain Gertz. Board with a thumping clearance. Throw for the Eagles. Ari. Smith. Sends it long. Can't quite find Grober this time around. Boroondara with the throw. Smith looks to send Grover. Not the right occasion this time around. Goal kick, Boroondara. Gucci. Georgiopoulos. By Gucci. Plays wide into Patricus. Mossman. By Gucci. Georgiopoulos. Turns via Gucci. Mossman. Patricus. Turns for Mossman. By Gucci. Producing Nagai. Drops deep. Jurcic. Does well to turn Dempsey there in some style. Ari flicks in the cross. Can go and make it. Not this time around. Chase is on. Corey keeping it in play. Only just. Done by Gertz. Area's cleared. Not quite cleared enough. Essendon back on the press. Smith. Plays wide for Lanzari Bartley. Lanzari Bartley with the cross. Can't quite get the touch he needs there. Mossman collects nice and firmly. Gucci. In from Mossman. Patricus. Turns to our keeper. By Gucci. Gucci under pressure from Ari. Taps centrally for a captain in Haley Gertz. And that guy tries to send Savarion. Firm battle deep in Essendon's half. Ultimately, just a goal kick for the Royals. As the clock ticks further and further along. So there are not too many more chances for either side in this first half. For Gucci. Georgiopoulos. For Patricus. Rikus. Crossfire Gucci. Collier. Tries to beat on Marco and Ari. And needs a more central path. Finds for a Bass. Pressured by Van Dalt. Up by Parkinson. Collier trying to make use of a head there. Severian. For a Bass. Corey. Plays wide for Ari. Langley forced to chase back a little bit. Just to maintain control. Boroondara with the throw. Eventually played in by Collier. So we flick on. Can get past Gertz. Then Terry Bartlett, the throw for the Royals. Looks for Langley. Right in front of this occasion. Smith. From range from Wilbert. Repelled by Patricus. This ball gradually bounced out for a throw. Taken quickly by Parkinson. After a firm challenge. It's a free kick for the Royals. Looks like it was number 6, Asher Corey. Who was the benefactor of the foul there. Indeed it was. Whether or not someone can truly be described as a benefactor from a foul against them, certainly debatable. Free kick sent in, very much on target, both of the goal and the gloves of Mia Mossman. Well-timed collection there from the Boroondara keeper. Offers a no-nonsense long ball. Jurcic. Flicked on by Nagai. Wilbert. Van Dort. Check for a Bass. Blocked for the time being. Balled. Shoves the ball now. And with that is our half-time whistle. Scores Boroondara 1, Essendon Royals 0. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so for the second half action here from the Veneto Club. And welcome back to the Venezuela Club for the second half. Just a solitary substitution for our hosts. Unfortunately, after dealing with some minor technical issues, we did miss the announcement for our fourth official. And so we will strive to confirm that substitution for you as quickly as possible. Alright, we've actually brought it underway here at the Ven. We can confirm that is number 9, Rachel Sturton, who has joined Boroondara for the second half.
Yes.
Gucci. Plays for Mossman. Look, from the looks of things, it's number 18, Maria Patricius, who's made her way off the pitch. And so with that, a few positional adjustments across the Boroondara side to compensate. Georgopoulos. Helps put the wing, not quite panning out this time around. Mossman. Tries to find Sturton via the long ball. Not panning out on this occasion. Georgopoulos will find Sturton. Only briefly. Smith. Van Dalt. Back for Smith. Sakai. Forcing the run. Plays off Van Dalt. Shall be a corner. Turn up with the throw, plays short into Nagai. Nagai trying to battle past Lanteri Bartley. Corner ball is awarded in favour of the Japanese national. And so, the duty of Gertz to take the set piece. corner, swung in by the Boroondara captain. Knocked clear. For the moment by Jurcic. Gucci looking at back towards the Essendon back line. Corey with the flick on. Doesn't go too far this time around. Van Dalt narrowly misses Grover. Turn up with the throw. He's set by Smith. Shouts for handball. Waved on by our referee. Chance here for Grover to try and sneak away through. Oh, Gucci. A bit too quick for her. With the clearing ball, it gives Lanterry Bartley the throw. Langley. Intercepted by Ferreira Bass. Calls for the foul. Falls on deaf ears for the time being. Bald. Jurcic. Smith. Sends the long ball for Ari to chase. Ari versus Collier. Will come trumps here. Collier with the clearance. Rules with the throw. Wilberts wants to drop back a little bit. Moment of danger now for the Royals. Very much progressing forward. Here comes Dempsey. The American deflecting it off Lanterry Bartley. Throw played in. Finds for a blast. Shot from the guy. Rebound. Bets off balls. But eventually held firm by the Royals keeper. Van Dalt. For Grover. Finds Grover. Two on the tail. Now has George Roberts to deal with as well. The guy flicking it along. For a Bass trying to get a touch in. Wilbert. Smith. One, two with Corey. Smith still retaining possession. Cuts back for Van Dalt. A fellow New Zealander. 1-2 with Corey. And it's sent wide for Ari and the switch. Shot from range from Parkinson. Wide the goal. With Essendon Gaffer bellowing instructions to his side. Mossman. Hi, Gucci. With interception. Corey. Held by Turner. Still in danger. Flick on towards goal. Ultimately too high for the target. And so, shall have a goal kick for the Eagles. Mossman. Gertz. Looks to send the launch for Dempsey. Still in play. Barely so. Fantastic bit of marshalling there for Van Dalt to win the throw for the Royals. That's Harry Bartley. Tries to play long. But sent back by Dempsey. Contact between Van Dalt and Sturton. Awarded in favour of Van Dalt there. Fred Bassel interception. Georgopoulos. Nagai. Looks for the long ground pass into Dempsey. What can the American do here? Cuts back it between that Harry Bartley. A little bit of contact. Nothing substantial. And then ball the chance to collect and control the momentum of this game. Ball trying to force the teammates to progress forward as the long ball is sent. Touch of Collier. Gucci bringing it a little bit of control for her teammate. Collier able to send the long ball towards Sturton. Sturton can't progress this time around. Turner. Georgopoulos. Back for Turner. Now Gertz. Turner opting for Mossman. Boroondara trying to regain their shape and keep controlling the back line before they press further forward. Gertz looks for Nagai. Mossman is left. That's Ray Bartley. Looks to monopolise upon the situation. Nice little battle there between Grober and Nagai. Which ends up with Kendra Smith in the midfield. So for a quick 1-2. Van Dalt look to put the option in for Langley. Parkinson flagged offside. As the Royals look to the bench for the first time in this evening's fixture. The double change ahead. And so, coming off the pitch for the Royals is number 3, Mia Lansbury Bartley. Number 12, Kobe Wilbert. They are replaced by number 27, Alessia Bresciano. Number 33, Grace Paredes. As 3, Lansbury Bartley. 12, Wilbert off. 27, Bresciano. 33, Paredes on for the visitors. That couple more on the pitch adjustments. Seeing some further rotation in this Royals side. Grober, Corey, can't quite flick it on for Langley. Chance for Dempsey to go for a run. Quickly caught up by Grober, who's got tremendous pace. Van Dalt. Corey. Tries to flick on for Langley. Dealt with by Mossman. Grober. Sends Parkinson. Parkinson flicks in the cross. Held by Mossman. The diving save. So it remains Boroondara 1, Essendon 0. Collier with the throw for the Eagles. Free kick, Boroondara. We do see our first booking of the evening. Can't say with certainty who was initially shown yellow. I'll have a little bit more clarification in a moment for you. It looks like it was initially shown towards number 9, Fujirari Ari. That is purely going off the extended chat with the referee. But uncertain whether or not that was regarding what's come presently or with the infraction itself. Either way, the free kick's played in, play short. Slipped past everyone, but Zarabal still in danger. Just in play. Georgopoulos with flick. The area cleared just in time. Speed was there with a touch away. A few numbers getting lost in the lights and the crowd. Cross could be on here. Ultimately, just hard the goal. Whether or not it was a shot out right. Only the player himself can say for certain. Smith. Corey. To the switch towards Ari. Ari with the throw. Gets back into her captain in Michaela Jurcic. Picked up by Gucci. Needs support though. Collie up with the long ball. Can't find her target this time around. Does find her side some breathing room. So something's needed in the moment. Paredes. Ari. Throw for the Royals. Gertz. Gucci. Back to Gertz. Gertz for the long ball. Chases on. So's balled. The keeper collects. Nice and smoothly. Played by Bald. She tries to seek Ari. The bounce not in her favour this occasion. And so Boroondara with throw taken rapidly as they look to progress the same momentum and eagerness in the play. They are largely being trapped on that wing. Jurcic do want to win the throw in the process. So now, more than ever, Essendon needs to find some movement, to find the best way forward in their shape, which has been not quite at their best so far in this half. At times, a little bit congested for what they need in the moment. Giropoulos, the long ball, collected by Van Jolt, who plays off for Paredes. Paredes into Bresciano with their quick 1-2. Ball will turn towards Bresciano. She's got a chase, however. Despite her efforts to prevent the corner, ultimately the angle is just too slim for Bresciano. And so, corner for the Eagles. And given their warning signs in this half in particular. Can the excitement continue for our hosts? Can they double the lead? Only time shall tell. This ball is whipped in, played deep. Hit off for a Bass, still in danger. Off the woodwork. You certainly can't get closer than that. Zero board certainly provided some shock and relief there. Goal kick for the Royals, which plays wide towards Amy Parkinson. Intercepted by Georgopoulos. Turner. Priana tries to make Parkinson for a Bass for support. Can't complete the linkage. Parkinson for Van Dalt. Van Dalt forced the cut back in. Ball still in play somehow. Very much a happy accident in many ways there. Corey forcing her way forward. Can she get a shot on goal here? Gucci forced to run back in to fast some defensive support, making it a 2-on-1. Smith collects, tries to force the ball forward towards Ari. Cross is swung in. Can anyone make that? Not this time around. Goal kick, Boroondara. So, many happy cheers from the Essendon technical area. As Ryder is very much in play. Clear signs that they can progress, they can create these chances. They just need a sprinkling of luck to complete the job and get the equaliser they so longly wish for. So far, Boroondara still hold their 1-goal lead. Boroondara awarded the throw, much to the displeasure of the Essendon bench. Nonetheless, it is the Royals with the advantage, as Langley tries to flick on for Grobar. For a Bass now, in control. Looks for the wide option, runs out of time, still with Smith. Boroondara still in control, Priyanka. Langley, Parkinson, much the jubilation of her teammates, Paredes, can't quite find Ari. Ari eventually does get control though, after the missed touch. Smith, Langley, flicks on for Parkinson to chase, she's kept on side by our assistant referee. Can she get the cross in? Ultimately opts for the softer ground pass towards Langley. Langley, unfortunately, not getting a touch there. Right idea, right player, just the wrong time. Parkinson collects the throw for Van Dalt. For a Bass. A guy with a long ball. Dempsey the chase. Dempsey versus Bresciano. Judge is there for some support. Judge keeps control, still in play. Now we've balled. Tap short for Van Dalt. Deal with the situation. Smith. Jurcic. Can't progress past the guy. And the guy could shoot from range. Ultimately tries to flick on for Ferreira Bass. Can't find the Argentine Australian just this occasion. Once more, we see Zara Bald trying to force the teammates to advance. Give a bit of space. Give a bit of opportunity to open up some chances. She just manages to find Grover, who expertly brings that ball to ground. Exceptional control there from the Essendon forward. Georgopoulos. Corey. Tucks back. Breeders, apologies. Tucks back in for Captain Jurcic. chance for Grover. Can she tuck in here? Got to deal with Higuchi. Dealt with by Higuchi for the time being. As Collier looks to push forward. Freya Bass finds Dempsey only briefly. But following the deflection, it is a Boroondara throw. So it looks like the conditions are starting to affect one or two players, with signs of cramp settling in here and there. So hopefully nothing regresses too much beyond that. That certainly is a cautionary sign for both benches. Just keep an eye on whether or not they need to react anytime soon. It's a wait and see. Georgopoulos. The guy. Higuchi now. Touch for Collier. Turns in to Higuchi, who per tradition plays via Mossman. Georgopoulos. Mossman. Returns for Georgopoulos. Initially eyes at the long ball. Ultimately plays via Turner. The guy, Higuchi, looks wide via Collier. Collier in for Dempsey. Can the American send the long ball? She does. Will Collier get there in time? No. Boards boots there first. And almost having to put her body on the line there. A fortunate timing there for the Essendon keeper. And overall, a fantastic response to pick the run there and deal with the situation. Paradis. Grobar. Manages to find Langley, who's flagged offside by our assistant referee. That's a nice round of applause for Langley from her gaffer, who's very much happy with the progress his side is making on the field. Georgopoulos. Gucci dispossessed by Grober. A slight deflection. It shall be an Essendon throw as well. Van Dort now. Forces it forward for Langley to chase. Won't get there on time. Just this occasion. Again, met with a round of applause from their gaffer. Certainly ample support from the Essendon technical area for their side. So always nice to see positive support from the bench, which can often fall into the trap of perhaps being a bit too vocal, a bit too aggressive. But certainly Vince Basciato find all the right balance there. It's very much nice to see. The guy flicks off Ari for the throw. Collier looks for the on option. Eventually bounces into the control of Sturton, who's dealt with physically. Play on. And play on again. No. Eventually, a free kick is awarded. But not in the direction it was expected. Essendon given the free kick. Much to the pleasure of their technical area. See Van Dort smack it forward, break into the 18-yard box, finds head of Paradis, parried away by Collier. And so, throw for the Royals in a moment that has certainly all the hallmarks of something special to come. Smith in range. Ball curving unfavourably there for the Kiwi. Mossman with the goal kick for the Eagles. No palm for Gucci to deal with. No, Mossman will take it ultimately. And she's urged on by our senior referee. Chance here for Boroondara. Sturton looking strong, but needs some support here. Ultimately finds it from Dempsey, has a shot from range. Collected by Bald, who's been very much firm and consistent throughout this evening. Gucci plays back in for Mossman. Gertz spreads wide for Higuchi. Higuchi tailed by Ari. Mossman with the supporting touch there. Collier's ball now. Looks to flick it on for Dempsey. What can the American do here? Looks to open up full line. President Freya Bass support. Can she go alone here? She shoots. Just wide there. But a fantastic ball nonetheless from Freya Bass. Who's certainly impressed over the past few seasons in her time in the VPL. Of course, also quite impressive in her earlier stint in the NPL. Spending time at the likes of South Melbourne and Box Hill United. And so, Gertz, the captain, takes the corner for Boroondara. It's swung in, goes deep, parried away. Collier. Essendon now with the throw, trying to progress, but numbers and space is not their friend at the moment. As demonstrated by a switch to the throw, shouts for a fair throw, ignored by our senior referee. Parkinson, now the throw for the Royals. Looks to go for distance towards Grober. Grober doing well to try and deal with her marker in Turner. Is successful in the play. And so with that, Essendon do have a full throw. After gaining about a third of the pitch in the process. Not too bad at all. So Bassett clears the area for the moment. Shouts for a handball. Waved on by our senior referee. Pretty much no nonsense from Angelique Magnon. Parkinson now in control here. Looks for the cross. Can't find Grover this time. For a Bass clears the area into Sturton. Sturton could go for a run here. She does ultimately try to opt for Severian, the solitary goal scorer this evening. Grober. Ari. Back in for Grober. Tucks in for Smith. Smith's got to deal with Freya Bass. Wins possession. Severian. Can't return for Freya Bass this time round. Essendon with the throw. It's taken rapidly and quite forcefully there by Smith. Nonetheless, it does the job for the time being. Presently, we do see Jurcic in control. Looks for Ari. Some support from Paredes. Tries to flick it forward, but no one's there to meet this occasion. Mossman in control for the Eagles. Eventually, you making use of their hands after Grover tries to size her up. Turn up with the long ball. Flicked on by Parkinson, not intentionally. And Dort taps to the clearance. And so, throw for the Boroondara area. And so, after all, we will have the substitution for our visitors. Coming off the pitch is number 6, Sasha Corey. She's replaced by number 13, Philomena Delic. So that's 6 Corey off, 13 Delic on for the Royals. So again, Parkinson with no nonsense clearance. So there've been plenty of those, both from herself as well as Dan Dort throughout this evening. So I'm very much ticking down here at the Ven. Chats for a corner. Not so awarded. In the end, it shall be a goal kick for Essendon. Ari. Jurcic with a thumping long ball forward. Picked up by Higuchi. Can't keep hold of it. Throw for the Royals now. It's taken quickly by Bresciano. Nice little contest in the midfield. Both sides trying to let the possession settle. Which it may finally do here. No, Van Dort. Ain't sure Boroondara can't progress. Chance for Essendon. Smith. Taken away from the midfield. Plays out for Ari into Langley. Langley not quite across she was aiming for there. Sturton can't reach Dempsey this time around. Jurcic for Langley. Langley sends it forward. Can he get to Grover? Yes, it shall. She won't go alone. Here comes Paradis. Clear for the time being. Essendon are very much back on the attack here. Grover flicks into his 18-yard box. Finds Delic. Delic can't get the control she needs. Back wide to Grover, who sends it in. Can it be met? Yes. Not firm enough. And so that chance for Mossman to pounce on the ball and prevent what would have been a very exciting contribution to this final few minutes, which certainly felt like it's become a bit concrete in the score's present position. With neither side quite looking like they're going to make any further breaks to the scores. As it does stand, it is a Boroondara with a solitary goal advantage. So not without opportunities for our visitors. But fortune has very much been hiding for Triestina. Mossman with the clearance. Pro Bass saving the long throw. Forced to fight to keep hold of possession. He's getting perhaps a smidge physical there. Boroondara drives themselves to throw. Just played into Sturton. Cross sent in. Can't find Seven Rian. Turner flicks it forward. Going to be headed back by Van Dalt. Parkinson. And more still Nagai and Seven Rian. Turner with the throw for Boroondara. Goal kick for the Royals. Smith. Dempsey with interception. Ball's out to deal with this one. It's again, the Essendon keeper Zara balled, forcing their teammates just to push up a bit. Freya Bass sends Dempsey. Got Bresciano to contend with as well. Dempsey just about in control here. Sends the cross in. Can't find the head of Sturton. As it will appear out for a throw for our visitors. Van Dalt briefly finds the head of Grober. Turning with the throw for Boroondara. Senior referee urging children just to hurry up a little bit. We're seeing there's a bit of time wasting there from the Boroondara player. So understandable why the dark arts of football could be utilised. Whether or not it is fully intentional, can still have a bit of doubt at the moment, given the rather cool conditions that have dropped over the event. Sturton plays through for Dempsey. Dempsey! Oh. And once again, Boroondara somehow tries to extend their lead. As he looks to the bench, comes to the pitch, is number 12, Candela Ferreira Bass. She is replaced with number 19, Milka Coley. So that's 12 Ferreira Bass off, 19 Coley on for the Eagles. Grober. Parkinson. Quick touch off Van Dalt for Grober. Van Dalt. Sent on by Smith. Chance here for Delic. Delic losing her footing. So, bit of a gift there for Boroondara. As the misfortune for the visitors continues. Collett getting her first touch of the evening. Grover. Turner. Free kick for the Eagles. Gertz given the go-ahead by our lead referee. Ball gets the touch and eventually the clasp. Free kick awarded after contact against the Essendon keeper. So a bit of respite for the Royals. As we do have the confirmation from our fourth official, there'll be 3 additional minutes of injury time, as 3 minimum additional minutes of injury time here at the Ven. Seven rearm. Can't quite make things work for Gertz on this occasion, and so back to Savarian to try and find the right flick into the 18-yard box. Van Dultz clearing the area, finds Grover, cutting centrally for Paradis, loses their footing, balled, knocks it deep. And that yellow card shown to the Boroondara gaffer, Luca Varn. Smith. Jurcic. Knocks it forward. Finds Paradis. Langley can't find support this time round. Too well marshalled by Higuchi. Smith. Go alone here. Smith. Off the woodwork. Langley! And there it is. Emma Langley with an extremely late equaliser. That's absolutely the goal that this Essendon side's been fighting for. The goal they deserve. And with that, it is set to be an exceptionally exciting end to this late night fixture. It is Boroondara-Carey Eagles 1, Essendon Royals 1. And with that, sheer level of panic sets in for Boroondara to try and get the 3 points back. Ball with the clearance, still in play. Collier flicks it forward. Finds Sturton. Dempsey having to weave in and out there. Calls for a free kick. It is awarded. And with that, a little bit of a backfiring knock. What looks to be Van Dultz up there. Indeed, it was Van Dultz who actually returns to her feet, is simultaneously shown a yellow for the earlier infringement. And that the Essendon Wall is given their marching orders. It is, and apologies for really having to go for the cliches, but it is very much do or die here at the Ven. Shall the points be split? Or is it all for the glory? Ball sent in by Gertz. And there it is. No guts, no glory. Boroondara 2, Essendon Royals 1. And surely that is full time. And certainly, as the mutual opinion of our senior referee, it is finally, officially, Boroondara 2, Essendon 1. With 2 exceptional late goals, really adding to the drama. But overall, a fantastic game here and a great way to end it, at least from the NPL perspective, for Female Football Week for this season. Full-time score, once again, is Boroondara 2, Essendon 1. With a goal from number 11, Priya Savarian, and number 10, Haley Gertz from Boroondara. Consolation prize for number 2, Alan Langley of Essendon. And certainly tonight showing just how quickly football can shift, just how ruthless the emotions can be in this game. But for all of us here at NPL Victoria, that's all we've got time for tonight. And so I've been William Bennett. Until next time, cheerio.